What equipment are we using today?
We're going to use a little bit of everything. So you'll need a bag. You'll need low band, medium band attachment, high band attachment. You'll need TRX. It's going to be a little bit of everything.
Great.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. We'll start out just with some holds in the base, hanging out. We'll start with pigeon pose. And we'll go to the other side. And from there, let's get hand walks. We'll go 2 forward, 2 backwards. Just tippy-toeing on up to your hands, and then walk it back. Once you got those, stand up, we'll go nice and wide. And we'll reach up for bending bows. Hinge back through. We get 5 each direction, take your time, get a couple seconds. Good inhale, exhale. Once you got a handful of those, let's go back to neutral. We got 5 squats. Just 5 regular old body weight squats. And straight leg march. 5 apiece. And from there, 10 jumping jacks. Followed up with arm series. And let's get 3 Jefferson curls. Roll down nice and slow. There, we're going to go into a high lizard. I'm driving my back leg way back. Keeping keeping my front foot flat. And we're going to go a minute. Tinker around a little bit, find some different angles. You can walk the hands away. You can settle your hip down. Just about a minute to feel out your hips a little bit. And let's go to the other side. Same thing, flat foot, chin is 90 degrees. And you do you. Find some stuff in the hips. It's maybe a little non-compliant. Try and breathe through it. And then from there, back to neutral, we got wrist stretch. And flip it over, the back of the hands. And walk it out from puppy dog. Nice and long with the fingertips. And then from there, let's walk it out to the right. Reach nice and far with that left arm. And go to the other side. Reach nice and far. And relax. Let's go back to standing. We got 3-position squat. We'll go wide, regular, narrow. 5 apiece. And from there, we got 3 scales each side. Reach out nice and long, point the fingertips, drive the heel back. Try to be stable with the hips. All right, once you got all those, you're gonna get into strengthened positions. So you're grabbing your green band, your skinniest band, and we're gonna attach it midway on something. Something sturdy, might be the rung of your stairs, or doorknob, or somewhere on your TRX. You're just getting your skinniest band. So Ron, you're probably gonna wanna go with the orange one, and then getting it attached somewhere in the neighborhood of knee to chest height. Not super specific, but if you have that midway attachment points, fantastic. Rungs on the banister will work. So we're going to temper the resistance, of course, to meet your needs. What I'm going to do is just grab it, just both of the loops. I'm going to be in a pressing position. I'm going to press up overhead. So my goal is to make sure everything stays totally stacked as this wants to drag my arm across my body. Okay? That's it. Let's get 15. Feel it out. If you need less resistance, get a little closer. Just focus on that peak extension. If you're a rock star in the shoulders, maybe you can get all the way out here or something like that. Okay? I'm just going to be very mild, trying to keep everything nice and neutral. That band tension is pulling across your body as I go for 15. Trying to keep my butt and my abs nice and tight. Reach my fists up overhead. Get that moment of engagement upstairs. And then to the other side. There's going to be a tendency for things to want to compensate and move around. You're trying to be absolutely frozen and resist what that band wants to do to you. Once you got your 15 each side, just relax, hang out, let everyone get to the same spot. Okay, next thing we need is our trainer or our TRX or whatever we have in our doorway. Very simple, we're going for 30 rows. So I'm going to be about right here, going for 30. You want less resistance, walk it out. You want more resistance, get nice and deep. I'm going to go just midway, and I'm just cranking out 30. Simple as that, guys. Knock them out. As you fatigue, you can walk it back. Well done, everybody. Just keep cranking them out. You're trying to get your full set all in one go. Once you guys got your 30 or thereabouts, just hang out. We'll move on to the next step. So I'm going to start talking about it. No need to do anything quite yet. What I'm going to do is an alternating V-up. So I've got essentially 3 primary ways you can go about doing this. So I'm going to go from most aggressive to least aggressive. Okay. So first thing is going to be me basically V'ing up on my butt to then reach my opposing foot. Most aggressive. Less aggressive would be my shoulders are still kind of on the ground. I'm not worried about getting super high. I'm basically avoiding that little piece. And then the last one would be just a single leg lift with a little reach up on top. So focusing more on getting that hip engagement. Okay? So what we're going to do is 15 each of whatever your selection is. I'm going to start most aggressive and taper it down as I go. You can start whichever sounds good. So most aggressive, one more time. I'm all the way up on my butt, all the way back down each time. Less aggressive, less range of motion, and less aggressive still, we'll be reaching up a leg to a point. Okay, 15 each side, guys. Go ahead and knock them out. See which one feels the best, and go for it. I'm going alternating, trying to start aggressive, and see what I can end up with. Oh boy. You can make it halfway before I had to change it up. Change it up as you need to, guys. You can adjust the number as well. I'm only going to get to 25 just because we got some more ab stuff to do today. I don't need to spend it all right now. Once you got your 15 each side or so, go ahead and pop back up. All right, once you guys are done there, I'm getting a band. I'm going with my heaviest band just because you'll need a decent amount of resistance to get this thing going, okay? And I'm attaching it around my mid-attachment point, so it's about waist height, and I can walk it out with a little bit of space, okay? I just want to see everyone get to here. That's it. Probably identical attachment point is what you have for your orange band. That'll work just fine. Loop it around. You have a nice long end of it. And then you'll have some decent freedom to play around with some resistance. So I'm way out here. I'm like 10 feet away from the wall. This is totally fine. This won't be a big deal at all. So let's start with 5 good mornings. All I'm going to do, place my hands behind my head. The band is going to want to pull me back. And it's going to give me a bit of resistance as I come through and squeeze my hips. Okay? I'm just getting 5. Nice tight back position, guys. We want our chest to be slightly elevated throughout. Good squeeze as we come through. And so, Katie, I want you to go not quite as far and trying to avoid here, trying to stay as tall and as upright. Imagine those kettlebell deadlifts we used to do, trying to keep nice and tight there. Don't worry about going quite as far. And think about wrinkling up your shirt. So right now, here, think of wrinkling up that shirt to get that back tension. Yes, there. So trying to stay in that original position right there. So once you guys got 5, go ahead and grab your bags. And I'm going to be out in this area here. So I'm going to add in a bag swing. So now it is the dynamic version of this. And it's going to require me to snap my hips forward as I go. Okay, let's give it a try. We're going for 15. Just want to see you guys get through this first set. Katie, for now, let's go bag free and just focus on getting this position nailed down. So Ron, you're going to step into your band, so you're going to have your band as well as that bag. So you're combining them both together. And so you guys are getting 15. On your own count, just want to see you guys get through the first set. So Katie, no bag. Marcus with the bag. Ron, get that band in there. So there's going to be a little additional pop backwards and then a bit of resistance as they come through. You guys are just looking to accelerate through that. So then while you got your band there, Ron, also have the bag. So you're going bag plus band, both at the same time. Once you got 15, go ahead and relax. Most important thing, your butt squeeze up top, and then accelerating through that band, making sure it's not making you fall short. Okay, once you guys got 15, you can go ahead and relax. So the next thing that we're going to pair this with is a 10-second eccentric handstand push-up. Okay, so I'll demo one, and then we'll do a set all together, see how it goes. I'm going to demo one, and then Katie, I'm going to have a mod for you to go right away, okay? So I'm going to be nice and high with my hips. Not a big range of motion. I'm going 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, and so on, okay? Nice and slow. So we'll do that all together. Katie, what I want you to do, step inside your band, your orange bands, and I'm going to get a shoulder press, and then slow, slow, slow back down. So your counts will basically be on the exact same thing, but you'll be standing, you'll be neutral. So it'll be basically press, slow, 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 and repeat. Okay? So you'll just be hanging on my count best you can with the band. Cool? All right, guys. Let's get ready for that first set. I'm going to hold us super accountable to those 10 seconds. Get your hips up into the air. Post up with the hands. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, and we're going down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. And then down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. That's 2. Back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. That's 3. Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back up. All right. That's it, guys. Just 4 reps. Super long and slow. We're going to go back to that hip movement. I've got my band out here. I'm actually going to go bag free. My back is feeling like a little bit spicy and weird, so I'm not trying to push it. And all we're doing is getting 15 hinge and squeeze. So, Katie, I'm doing exactly what you're doing. Everyone else, get that bag in there if it feels good. Push the knees back. Come back through, squeeze. The key here, guys, is making sure that my knees stay at the same angle the whole time, pushing my hips back, and then accelerating those hips all the way through. Guys, you're getting 15 reps. Once you guys are done, back to those handstand push-ups. Let's go in 5 seconds. Find your hands, find your feet. We're all going on the same super slow tempo. And going in 3, 2, 1. And here we go. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. That's 1. Back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. That's 2. Back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back up. And back down for the last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and back up. Well done, guys. Let's hop back in the band. You got 15 more reps. This is set 3. We're going through 4 total. All right. Let's go for our third set of handstand push-ups. We'll get going in about 10 seconds. Find your band, find your hands, hips are high. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, and here's rep 1, going down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, back up, and down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, back up, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, back up, last one, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, back up. Alrighty, guys. Final set. Hop into your band, get your hip hinge, get your bag swing. Once you got your 15 reps, one more on the handstand push-ups. Oh, Marcus. Yep. Marcus, Katie, Ron. Yep.
From there, we're going to go right into hand walks. We're going to get 3, 4.
All right, guys, last set of those handstand push-ups.
Hand walks in place.
Get your hands and feet set. We'll go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. We're going down nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back up, and then down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back up, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back up. One more. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back up and relax. All right, guys. Take a quick moment. Grab a sip of water. We'll reconnect here in about 1 minute. Talk about our next thing. All right. Everyone's going to grab their orange band. So here's the basic movement. I'm going to step on this band eventually, but the premise is I've got both of them up in the air. I press down with one, I press down with the other, so one is always in the air. Okay, so that's the basic premise. Now we have to choose our resistance. Okay, so this is probably too heavy even for me. Stepping on it, no good. Okay, so we're going to go underneath the back knee. We're going to kneel on it. And now this is going to give us a shorter resistance arm. So let's give that a try. I'm in the air, one goes down, one goes back up. The other one goes down, the other one goes back up. Okay? The easiest of that would be sitting on it. So you could go down, sit. This is going to be my shortest resistance arm. And now, quite a bit easier to go back and forth. Okay? If that was no good, I could go one loop, sit inside, and now I've got, again, a easier resistance arm. Okay, so you got a couple options to work with. Can I see everyone just knock out a couple, tinker around to find the place that looks good? I'm going to go one knee and see how that goes. One arm's always in the air. One goes down, and then press back up. And so, Katie, I want you to think, don't let that band fall too far down. Your position is basically here to here. Almost like you have just a dumbbell just hanging out right at shoulder height. Yep. Yep. And then the other one comes up. Very good. Yep. Just like that. Okay. So we've got a set of 15 each side. So that's going to be pretty aggressive. Let's give it a shot, guys. Given your chosen band resistance, let's see how it goes. Woo! Woo! So in some ways, almost think like you have to hold something up in the air, but you got to reach down and tap yourself real quick, right? So I've always got have a hand up to the sky, okay? And that hand just happens to be maintaining some tension on that band. Once you guys got your 15 each side, go ahead and relax. Next thing is going to be a front rack reverse lunge. So I'm here, I lunge step back, I come back up, legs up. Can I see everyone get set up with their bag? And just get a quick couple each side. Elbows are going to be forward. Katie, I think you'll be fine. Just go reverse walking lunge. Don't worry about the bag for now. Ron, trying to get those elbows up nice and high. Trying to cradle it in the biceps. Yes. We're getting 10 each side, guys. That is our first set. 10 each side. Trying to stay nice and stable. Square hips. Shoulders stay high and neutral. Elbows stay high, hands stay high, contact with the shoulders. Now once you got 10 each side, you go ahead and drop your bag. And we'll keep this on a fairly tight tempo. Grabbing your guys' bands, getting situated for the next set. See if we can get going here in 15 seconds. Once again, I've got my back knee over the band. I'm posting up with this other leg. Hands are through. This helps you kind of get a little rack position with the band. And I'm going in 2-1. You guys can go whenever you're ready. Try to get it done in about 1 minute. One hand is always in the air. Trying to maintain lockout up top. Squeeze the abs nice and tight. One hand is always tall as the other one does its work. Woo! It's getting a little smoky on the shoulders. That's perfect. Okay, it's the beginning of set 2. We've got 4 total sets to go. This will be our last strengthening, guys, and we've got a pretty gnarly ab finisher. Saving all the good abs for last. Okay, as soon as you're ready, keep this tempo going. Back up to your front rack position. We got 10 lunges each side. Wee! Alright, guys. Fairly tight transitions. Let's get back to our presses. Trying to get to them in about 15 seconds or less. Get yourself geared up, ready to go. On your own count, 30 each side, or 15 each side. Woo! Alrighty, guys, one more set to go. Then we'll take another short break. We'll do our little ab finisher, and then we'll finish with some stretching. Okay, 10 more lunges each side in that front rack position. Trying to maintain your neutral hips, not letting them tilt back and forth. Abs stay tight, shoulders stay square. All right. And about 15-20 seconds. Get your bands all situated once again. Final set, 15 each side, 30 total. Oh boy. Once you guys are done with that set, take a minute. The only things we'll need are our body weight and our rings. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements to attend to. Okay, so a very brief overview. A lot of them are very similar. Okay, first one is dead bug. So can I see everyone get down to the ground? What I'm trying to do is elevate my hips and my shoulders off the ground, and I'm looking like a little dead bug. Okay, so I just want to see everyone start approximately there. If you can, squeeze your abs, get your shoulders and hips off the ground, knees are bent, arms are up. Don't need to move yet, Ron. You're just hanging out. We're just here. This is our starting neutral position. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate. Reach out, come back in, reach out, come back in. Okay? Take it slow, guys. The rhythm gets off really quick. You notice your arms and legs will be doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but you're trying to coordinate that. Opposite to opposite. We want to get some contralateral stability, making sure that we're staying tight between the sides as they oppose each other. Okay? Okay, you guys can relax. That's movement 1. Key tip here is I want to squeeze as tight as possible so I'm curling up into that little dead bug position. If I'm just kind of laying down, moving my arms and legs, I'm not going to get a whole lot out of it. Okay, so your goal is how can you make that hard by squeezing your abs as much as possible. Okay? Next one is hollow rocks. We've done a million hollow rocks in the past, like so. Okay, so you guys just hollow rock it out. 2, 3 reps. Nothing fancy. Trying to maintain that bottom of the rocking chair. That move. Cool, relax. You're good. Last ab activity is toe touchers. I'm going up, 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 up. Short pulses. My hands are getting nowhere near my toes. That's totally fine. Go ahead and crank out 5 or so. Okay, so that's all of our ab stuff. Our counts there are going to be 10 each side for the dead bug, 20 total hollow rocks, and then 40 toe touchers. 10, 20, 40, okay? So you're marching down the line. The next thing is a deep, basically as deep as you can with your trainer, or your rings, or your TRX, or whatever you got going on, okay? So I'm going down as deep as my rings will allow, toes against the wall. I got 10 rows, okay? Once I got those 10, I'm going to walk it out a little bit further, and I've got 20 more, okay? 10 and 20, simple as that. Make them hard, and then make them slightly easier. Your last thing is going to be grabbing a band from a mid-attachment and going for 40 midpoint band rows. Row, 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 row. Okay? So this is basically just an abs and a pulling sequence. It's going to be very fast. Might be 3 or 4 minutes, but it's going to get the heart rate going, burn out the abs, burn out that pull a little bit. Okay? Take 30 seconds, guys. Get set up. Make sure your trainers are where you like them. Get that band so it's ready to go on that waist-high attachment. And then Marcus and Katie just reverse order. So Marcus, start with your trainer and rings. Katie, start with your abs. And then by the time you guys meet in the middle, should have some clearance to make it work.
I was setting up the TRX. Could you go over the numbers?
Yes.
Are we moving out?
For the
each
row,
set?
the deep ones will be 10, and then you'll walk it back and you'll get 20. Simple as that.
All right.
That's it. Okay? So it's not going to be a long one, guys. The whole idea is try and maintain your tension, crank out some big sets, low muscular endurance. That's it. Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Once everybody's ready, go ahead and pop yourselves onto the floor. Let me get this down here just so I can see it. I'm going to shout stuff out as I'm going through it a bit preemptively, just in case you're ahead of me. And we'll get going here in about 10 seconds. Start with your dead bugs or your rows. In 3, 2, 1. And I'm starting with my dead bugs. Nice squeeze. Reach. Get nice and long. 10 each side. Not necessarily going through them fast. Just getting some good squeezes. Try and coordinate those abs as well. After that, if you can, right into your hollow rocks. 20 hollow rocks. If you want to make those hollow rocks a bit easier, you can tuck in a leg, that's totally fine. You can tuck in another leg, you can tuck in your arms, whatever you need to do to make it a little more manageable. Once you got your 20, legs go straight up into the air, and toe touchers.
In general for you,
40 toe touchers.
we get into these volleyball so if you say like they like to 7 by 2, I would go 7 by 2. Just increase the volume a little bit.
Try and hang in there, get them all.
So a little bit. Yeah, I want to see your shelf. So once you go front with, as opposed to lateral line.
Oh. Woo. As soon as you got all your abs, go into your rows, you're getting 10 trainer rows.
So if you're doing tempo,
Nice and deep.
just so the set doesn't drag on too long, I want you to go 3. 3 all the way down. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3 in the hole, and I'll get you. Alright? And then hold overhead for just a second. Stay stable, then return. Okay. Alright? That makes sense. Go a little wider, grip it. Go 5 to 10.
Walk it back, get 20 more at a higher angle. Oh, and finish it with 40 band rows. It's a lot of band rows. You're frying that pull mechanic a little bit. Get into about a ready stance and just pull. Woo! There we go, guys. Finish it up. Get those pulls nice and deep. Please, bro, burn out those buys and lats. Ashar Braun, well done. That virtual fist bump. Way to hang with it, man. Well done. Katie, Marcus, hopefully you guys are there somewhere, cranking them out, finishing it up. Sweaty, man. I feel you. These workouts are ridiculous. I'm pouring. Yep. I'll finish. All right. Let's get into a little stretching,
Those are the
guys.
hardest hollow body rocks I've ever done.
What's that?
The hardest hollow body rocks I've ever done.
Very good. Always good to hear you're working hard. Okay, so we're going to take a seat. I'm going to place my hands behind me, fingertips point straight back. We're going to open up those biceps a little bit. Front of the shoulders from all those handstand push-ups and presses. We're just hanging out.
Hold up your chest.
There, let's walk it back, guys. We're actually going to reset it, dial it in like crazy. So I want you to put your hands a little bit closer together, puff out your chest, try and touch your shoulder blades back behind you to make your setup very aggressive, and then walk those hips out. You won't get nearly as far in all likelihood, but it's going to be a way more intense setup. Oh, and relax. From there, let's go into a pigeon pose. And play around with it, guys. Sink into it. Just try and melt to the floor. And let's switch to the other side. And one last thing. We're going to take our bag. We're going to place it on the ground. I'm going to rest a knee on it like so. So this is going to be like a target, a guideline. So my bottom leg is straight. My right leg is about 90 degrees, and I'm trying to pin my leg down here. Once I'm there, I'm placing my hands together, and I'm trying to open up all the way to the other side while keeping my knee pinned down. So you can see my knee coming up. I don't want that. I want my knee to stay down. So I'm not trying to force it. I'm just trying to get a good open and squeeze. Let gravity take over a little bit. And we're getting 10 each side. Nice and easy. Open up. Try and draw back. Lead with that thumb. Keep that knee pinned down. And we're getting 10 each side.
Not now.
Don't come and talk to us while we're laying our out. You know, speak to us after we're finished. Move along. We're doing our thoughts and